Today I want to talk about the biggest reason why quite literally 95% of people who try to get in shape, at least in the long run, can't do so. And it's not what you may be thinking. It's not because you choose the wrong diet, you have the wrong exercise plan. It's not all the things I talk about all the time, like eating plenty of protein, unsustainable dieting methods. All those things pale in comparison to the biggest reason, and that's you only give effort when you can give 100%, and then when life challenges come up, you give 0%. It's the all or nothing mentality that keeps almost everyone from getting where they want to be. And honestly, it's not what you do when life settles down and you can give it 100% that matters. What really matters is what do you do when you can't give 100%. And of course, this topic's coming up because at the time of the release of this video anyways, it's the holiday season. This is by far and away the most common time for people to give up on their goals. I call it quitting season. I see people giving up left and right. It's always really kind of gotten to me as a coach, seeing people who have so much potential giving up on themselves because things are getting challenging. And you say, there's too much, I can't handle it, I need to take some stuff off my plate. And I always do my best to try to get them to change their mind and say, hey, listen, I get it. And there's a lot of strategies we can take to back off, to be more flexible. It's not about being able to give 100%. We need to at least keep you in the game, because if you don't, what ends up happening is they always come back later up 10, 20, 30, possibly even 50 pounds starting over. And I'll have the conversation at that point too and say, hey, life got challenging, you gave up, we had the conversation, it is what it is now, I'm not beating you up, but it's gonna happen again. I don't know what the event will be, but something's gonna come up in your life that's gonna make it hard to give 100%, and you're gonna feel like giving up, and you're gonna feel like you need to take some stress off your plate. I need you to make the promise right now that that will not happen. So what I'm gonna do today is teach you how to get past this and how to be more flexible with things and not give up when life gets challenging. And honestly, I think one of the biggest things is understand, especially if you're someone who is going for weight loss efforts, it doesn't have to be this thing where you either put in effort because you're going to be losing weight or you do nothing because you won't. You need to be okay with just going into rough maintenance phases and just hit pause on things for a while until you're in a position where you can come back and give more effort. That's fine. And honestly, this does a lot of good for your long-term goals. Your body has what's called adaptive thermogenesis. So as you diet and you bring your calories down, your body's going to make some adjustments hormonally and metabolically. Your maintenance calories is going to slow down because your body's a homeostasis machine and it doesn't want you to lose too much body fat. This is kind of a survival instinct. So by going through periods of maintenance and bringing calories back up, doing less cardio, your body gets used to this. It improves your metabolism. So when you come back down the road, you're in a better position and can keep seeing better results for longer. And this is probably actually the missing thing in a lot of people's lives because their body's too adapted. So use these challenges to your advantage, not just what it does for you metabolically, but also what it does for you psychologically. I get when things get hard and stressful and you want to take stuff off your plate. It's natural, but you're also missing out on one of the best opportunities there are to become a stronger person, to grow. Because I can tell you honestly, one of two things is going to happen when life gets really hard. You're not going to be the same person when you get through it. You're either going to be a weaker person or a stronger person. And which one of those things it is determines 100% on how you choose to handle those times. And if you keep giving up when things get hard, it just becomes your default. You just think, this is what I do, it's what I've always done, and it gets easier and easier to quit. But by going through it and getting through the hard thing, while it's more challenging in the beginning, it teaches you so much about the power of perseverance. And it feels good. It feels so good to get through struggles and come out the other side and keep putting in the work. It changes you to your core, and that makes a way bigger impact than anything else. And think about it this way too. Almost always when things get hard in life, it's things that are out of your control. Well, what are a couple of things that you always have control over? Your nutrition and your exercise. And sometimes just feeling like you have some sort of control in anything in your life can be so powerful. It can really help build wins. It builds momentum. It can carry over into other areas of your life. And honestly, taking that stuff off your plate usually doesn't even help. In fact, it usually just makes things even worse because now you feel bad about what's happening. Whereas if you stepped up to that challenge and faced it, you start teaching yourself that you can do hard things, and that builds pride, that builds confidence. So don't tell yourself things like, well, I'm just not that strong. You actually are. You are so much stronger than you think you are. You just haven't given yourself a chance to prove it yet. So follow through and do the hard things. But again, I'm not saying you have to keep going towards a weight loss effort, or that you can't back off. Especially this time of year, it's a great time to do that. So if you normally do 4 or 5 workouts a week, maybe you just do 2 or 3. If you're in a deficit and you're tracking macros, maybe you get out of a deficit, bring your calories up, get away from strict macros, just look at calories and protein. If you're already looking at calories and protein, maybe you just do calories, try to get a good protein source with each meal. Even if you're not going to track at all, you don't want to fall into, I don't know exactly what I'm eating, so what's the point, and just kind of doing whatever you want. Still eat similarly how you normally eat. It's just now you're not tracking it. And it's going to keep you in the ballpark and keep you from sliding too far backwards. And this is how you net progress in the long run. You see good progress, something happens, you back off, you just kind of roughly maintain, don't go too far backwards, then you start making progress again, and over time, you keep shifting to more and more progress. But if you just make progress, give up, lose it all and then some, make progress, lose it all and then some, you get nowhere. So you have to learn to be okay with putting in work despite not seeing results. You just have to get away from the all or nothing mentality, because I'm telling you, it's not what you do when you can give 100% that matters. It's what you do when you don't. That is quite literally the difference between those who succeed and don't.